Recently at school, Max and Min and their classmates were given the task of creating a mathematics board game. The students were divided into pairs, that is, groups of two, and each pair was asked to make a part of the game. Some students, including Max and Min, were asked to write the questions which players had to answer correctly to move around the board game. The twins had to write questions and answers for the topic Prisms and Pyramids. In video 3.6.7, their granddad had shown them all kinds of 3D shapes, that is, solid objects, including prisms and pyramids, and he had even taught them how to draw them in video 4.6.8. So Max and Min already knew a lot about prisms and pyramids. With a little more research, here are the question and answer cards the twins created. Pause the video after each question and see how many you can correctly answer. Question: what is the difference between a prism and a pyramid? Answer: a prism is a 3D object with two identical 2D ends called the bases, which can be any polygon shape, joined by three or more rectangular sides in between. A pyramid is also a 3D object, however, it has only one 2D base, which can be any polygon, and triangular sides which meet at a point called the apex opposite the base. So pyramids are always pointy and their sides are always triangles, while the sides of prisms are always rectangles. Question: how are prisms and pyramids named? Answer: prisms and pyramids are named according to the shape of their base. For example, the base of a triangular pyramid is a triangle. The base of a square pyramid is a square. The base or end of a hexagonal prism is a hexagon. The base of a triangular prism is a triangle. A cube is a special prism with 6 identical square sides or faces. Question: what is the uniform cross-section of a prism? Answer: the word uniform means the same, and a cross-section is a 2D slice through a 3D object. So, when we slice through this triangular prism, parallel to the bases, the cross-section will be exactly the same triangle as the base all the way along the prism. Pyramids do not have a uniform cross-section because the cross-sections get smaller as we slice through closer to the apex. In video 2.6.7, Max and Min learned about the faces, edges, and vertices of 3D objects. The flat two-dimensional bases and sides of a three-dimensional object are called faces. In all prisms, the two base faces are always parallel, while in rectangular prisms and cubes, all the pairs of opposite faces are parallel, making a total of 3 pairs of parallel faces. The straight line where two faces meet is called an edge, and the point where edges meet is called a vertex. More than one vertex are vertices. Question: how many faces, edges, and vertices does a hexagonal prism have? Answer: the two base faces of a hexagonal prism are hexagons, which have 6 sides. This means there are 6 rectangular faces between the two bases of the prism, making 8 faces altogether. There are 6 edges around each of the two hexagonal bases, making 12 edges, plus another 6 edges between the 6 rectangular faces, making a total of 18 edges. There are 6 vertices around each of the two hexagonal bases, making a total of 12 vertices. Question: how many faces, edges, and vertices does a hexagonal pyramid have? Answer: the one base face of a hexagonal pyramid is a hexagon. So there are 6 side faces, all triangles, between the base and the apex, making a total of 7 faces. There are 6 edges around the hexagonal base, plus another 6 edges between the 6 triangular side faces, making 12 edges altogether. There are 6 vertices around the hexagonal base, plus the one vertex at the apex of the pyramid, making a total of 7 vertices. In video 3.6.7, the twins' granddad also taught them about the nets of 3D objects. A net is a 2D shape that can be cut out and folded to form a 3D object. We could also say a net is the 2D shape we get when we cut up and unfold a 3D object, showing all its faces, like this net of a cube made up of 6 square faces. Nets containing mostly rectangles are probably nets of prisms, while nets containing mostly triangles are probably nets of pyramids. Question: of which 3D object is this 2D shape the net? Answer: this net consists of 2 triangles and 3 rectangles, so we can fold them to create a triangular prism. Question: of which 3D object is this 2D shape the net? Answer: this net consists of 1 square and 4 triangles, which can be folded to create a square pyramid. In video 4.6.8, Max and Min practiced drawing 3D objects. We should also be able to look at a 3D object and imagine and draw different 2D views of it, especially the front view, the side view, and the top view. Question: draw the front view of this 3D object. Answer: the front view of this 3D object would look like this. Question: draw the side view of this 3D object. Answer: the side view of this 3D object would look like this. How many of these questions did you answer correctly? Now you can watch this video again or try the quiz and look at the chart that comes with this video.